Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys some recent TTMs that I got back, so let's get started. First one is postmarked from Phoenix, Arizona. Took 38 days, and the person signed 3 of 3, and that person would be Mr. Charlie Huff. Now, Mr. Charlie Huff played 25 years for the Dodgers, Rangers, White Sox, and Marlins. He had a career record of 216 wins, 216 losses. Now, his 216 wins ranks 82nd all-time on the all-time wins list. He had an ERA of 3.75 for his career. He struck out 2,362 batters in his career, and he was an all-star in 1986. He was actually the last active player born in the 1940s. And this is Mr. Charlie Huff. He has nice penmanship, nice autograph. So there's the second one, and here's the third one in his White Sox uniform. Now the next one is postmarked from Eugene, Oregon. Took 22 days, and it's 1 of 1. And this is from Mr. Dan Fouts. Now, Dan Fouts played his entire career for the San Diego Chargers. He led the NFL in passing yards 4 straight years from 1979 to 1982. He was the first player to throw for 4,000 yards in 3 consecutive years. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro. He was Offensive Player of the Year in 1982. He was a 2-time AFC Player of the Year in 1979 and 1982. He was 4-time NFL passing leader from 1979 to 1982. He was a 2-time NFL touchdown passing leader in 1981 and 1982. For his career, he threw for 254 touchdowns, 242 interceptions for 43,040 passing yards. And he also had a passer rating of 80.2. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1993. He actually holds 19 Oregon school records, and he was elected into the Oregon Hall of Fame in 1992. This is Hall of Famer Dan Fouts. Let's call him Fultz. It's Dan Fouts. So the last one is from Santa Ana, California. Took 8 days, and it's 1 of 1. And it is from Mr. John Cappelletti. Now, Mr. John Cappelletti, in his sophomore season at Penn State, actually played defensive back because there were 2 seniors in front of him who, one is in the Hall of Fame, and one was also pretty good running back. Those were Franco Harris and Lydell Mitchell. So they were ahead of John. So John just couldn't, crack the starting lineup. But as a senior tailback in 1973, Mr. John Cappelletti had 1,522 yards on 286 carries and 17 TDs. In 1973, he won the Heisman, the Maxwell, the UPI College Football Player of the Year, the Walter Camp Award, and for his career at Penn State, he had 2,639 yards for a 5.1 average and 29 TDs. Now, he decided to, dedicate his Heisman speech to his brother, Joey. Now, Joey, fortunately, passed away from leukemia. And if you guys haven't seen the movie, it's called, they made a movie about it because John and his brother were very close. And the movie is called Something for Joey. It's a real tearjerker. So if you haven't seen it, see it. So here's a little fun fact. During his senior season, for his brother's 11th birthday, John asked his brother Joey, he says, what do you want? Joey says, I want you to score 3 TDs in the game against West Virginia. John says, okay. Then Joey says, no, I want you to score 4 TDs in the game. And John's like, okay. So I guess John was overheard talking to another Penn State player. Man, how am I going to score 4 TDs in this game? So he actually scored 3 TDs in the game, and Joe Paterno pulled him out of the game because I think Penn State was running away with it. And Joe didn't want to run up the score. And John was upset, and the word got back to Joe that, what he had, wanted to do for his brother for his birthday. So Joe put him back in, and he actually scored the 4th TD. But, yeah, he loved his brother, and they were very close. And, it's just a sad story what happened to his brother. But if you guys haven't seen the movie, see it. It's a really nice movie. John was actually inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1993. His number 22 is the only number retired by PSU. So, how great was John Cappelletti? Well, on December 11, 2014, the Big Ten Network included Cappelletti on the Mount Rushmore of Penn State football, as chosen by the fans. He was joined on Mount Rushmore of Penn State by linebackers Jack Ham, Hall of Famer, LeVar Arrington, just a beast during his playing days at Penn State, and Shane Conlon, another great Penn State linebacker. When his college career was over, he was drafted by the Rams, and he actually played for the Rams and the Chargers. Now, he didn't have a great NFL career. He only had 2,951 yards rushing for an average of 3.6 and 24 TDs. Now, here's an interesting fact also. His sister-in-law is the daughter of Heisman Trophy winner Elena Menche, who went to the University of Wisconsin. John Cappelletti is the only Heisman Trophy winner to ever come out of Penn State. So, did we have any close finishers? Yeah, there were some close ones at Penn State who almost won it. And they were in 1959, Richie Lucas. Richie Lucas finished second in 1959 Heisman voting for Penn State. 1978, Chuck Fusina finished second for Penn State. In 1994, Kajana Carter finished second. Where's Saquon Barkley? I think his highest finish was 4th in the Heisman Trophy voting. So this is Mr. John Cappelletti, Penn State's only Heisman Trophy winner. So I want to thank Mr. John Cappelletti, Mr. Charlie Huff, and Mr. Dan Fouts for signing these and getting them back to me. And I also want to thank you guys for watching. Just remember, keep collecting, keep searching for those hidden gems, and keep having fun. Later.